Nia G, love respect. My content is not for everyone. I say that respectfully. How these dudes and chicks look at you like competition when you was never competing. They don't understand their own mental health to stay in their own lane when it come to their own reality. They try to project pain in the worst way, to project spell work in a toxic way, to make you feel like you're supposed to be bent out of shape when you wasn't trying to catch your case. They would never understand elevation when you got the good God within you. You know, by your side, showing you better days ahead. It confuses the enemy. They won't understand that, hold on one second, we was never competing. The energy is different when they had to send a whole community go up against one person who truly had potential, and the innocent person was the issue. The energy is different. Elevate, elevate, never dim your light. Elevate, elevate, never dim your light. Nah, it's a train of thought for me. I was only in my own lane, trying to elevate, not to do myself wrong another day. I understood that testimony, what I overcame when it came to pain and time and day. I understood I couldn't become my worst enemy another day. I understood all the direction when it came to my mental health. I wasn't trying to lose myself to bug the fuck out. That energy is different because God was showing me, hold on one second, I was worthy. I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. I may not make sense to the average person that I didn't have to do wrong. I was never competing for your spot at the end of the day because God allowed me to see my faith that I was in my own lane, elevating in the most powerful way, the most elevation way, the most leadership way. The energy is different when you truly understand your potential. You would never look at your neighbor like competition because when you truly fall from a hater, they would never understand what you overcame while you stay before yourself today. Them happy tears hit different. They would never understand that, goddamn, I was my biggest cheerleader when I was on an empty stomach. I was my biggest cheerleader when folks was trying to see me frown, to see me down. It's like with my pockets, let alone calling up my mental health. To see me, hold on one second, not elevate. But God disputed that order. The energy is different, showing me better direction when it came to my strength within me that I endured that day. God restored me, allowed me to see how I'm worthy. The energy is different. You know, when you're being tested by the enemy, let alone the devil, they will never understand God's level. God motivation is different. Putting that footwork in wasn't easy, but you made it look so easy because it don't look like what you've been through when it comes to trauma and pain, overcoming that childhood abuse, that mentally state that, hold on one second, you truly was going through trauma and pain. It went into your adulthood. They would never understand that, goddamn, how do you maintain that smile, not becoming your worst enemy? How do you balance it out? I looked at you like competition, neighbor. I truly wanted to see you frown. I was truly your hater. I was wearing the mask. I ain't want you to become your best self vision of yourself, so I had to lie you with hidden agendas to play with spoken in a toxic way. Yeah, I hacked devices that day to paint you out to catch a case. Damn it, God never removed his hands or her hands off you. And you was actually real that day when you say don't worship the devil. I'm not edging you in love respect. Never allow the enemy to get your free will when it comes to your spot that God gave you and exists to see. I'm not edging you in love respect. Today's currently April